Kimmie Rose, and this is your weekly vibe and mantra for October the 13th through October the 20th, 2020 AD. I'm just doing a little half moon here, and if you ask me what I have here, this is and it's settled. You just kind of shake it, but this is one of the salt kits I have that comes with a crystal. And if you are trying to bring in peace and harmony into your life, it has Himalayan salt on one side, which ionizes and helps you. It's works with the kundalini and your vibrational flow. And the other side is just neutrality, period. So it works together exactly the way it needs to. And it comes in a container, and it will have, depending on what's going on with you, when I talk to people, a lot of times I will add other things. And it's great for a bath, if you take a bath, or you can even take it and you can just put it in a boiling pot, and it just really helps with the air. So this week, speaking of the air that we breathe, it's going to be an interesting week where we're going to feel like we really don't want to be behind that mask, because there are going to be things that happen that are going to be crazy. If you're a person that likes to watch the news, have at it. Personally, I'm more of a person hears about the news from other people, but I would suggest you do BBC, do every one of the broadcasts, then check out some other countries. Let's see. The bear. Check out Russia. Their news. You can watch news channels from all over. Check out the dragon, which would be China. And, of course, check out the eagle, which is the United States. And I'm going to leave it at those three things, because we'll talk about those more. But you're going to see a lot of just really crazy things that happen. But then you're going to also see more and more people that are really, really wanting to come to their center. Why this weekend, when my husband and I went to go camping, it was kind of weird, because he grew up in this area. This is up in Sleeping Bear Dunes area. And he said, I remember going up and there was nobody there. After Labor Day, the campgrounds were completely full. And I feel the reason for that has a lot to do with the energy and the way I've been talking to so many people who are going camping now. They've been home with their families. They've been home with their kids. So as you are there together, you get used to wanting to be some people say, oh, we fight, and I don't think our family's not like that. We do have fights, but we pretty much do pretty good, And then you just kind of when you're together for a while, because we were in that lockdown, it was really hard to all of a sudden everybody separate again, So really, it's important for you to really take the time to be present with your family. And I think that camping is a good way for you to do that. And so this is all about balance and neutrality. It's also good to use and think about your body and your alkalinity. So balance the alkalinity within your system, meaning if you're having a lot of acidy things, even if they're vegetables and that, try to balance them with other things that aren't so acidic. Same goes for what kind of water you drink, and whether it's seltzer or spring, or just balance. It's all about balance. And the most important thing is that while you are taking that time to balance yourself, one of the things you can do is, it's an exercise, and you start out by just taking your finger around this ankle and your finger around this ankle. And then you just hold, and then imagine that your arms can breathe in breath through the center of your hands. And imagine that your body becomes one breath. And that breath, that when you inhale, is your soul settling into your body. So, as you're inhaling, you can feel the energy of your body becoming very open and happy to begin this journey. So take a deep breath in. And then exhale in. Just like I said, the journey is beginning. It's your turn. Do you see any obstacles in front of you? So, as you're inhaling, you're going to imagine that you're inhaling also through the bottom of your feet, and all the positive energy is coming up, inhaling all the way through your entire body. You can even feel your head being massaged with all that nice breath. And then, keeping your hands here, exhale you've got the inhale. Now exhale in like you're going in through the top of your head and sending that energy down into the earth, also down your legs. And your hands are keeping you steady and balanced. You're so balanced. Let's take that deep breath in. And exhale it. Total of 3. Feel your arms and how wide they are, and your ability that you have to love. Love the things that you have and appreciate the time that you have. Love your smile. Have you been paying attention to those things that we gathered together over the last week? The study I shared with everybody about a smile and how it can change the neurotrophins in your brain. I was sharing about soul depression and how all these people are going in to counselors and the counselors aren't being able to help them. It's because they don't have the psychological, it's soul depression. Some people call it the dark night of the soul. It's a time where you're just feeling lost and you're like, what do I do next? I feel like I have a bigger purpose. I mean, is this what life's about? You just die? And it's over? How many of you think that? And going to a counselor, a regular counselor, it's just they're not going to give you the answers, or they haven't. Soul retrieval is powerful. I didn't realize how powerful it was going to be during this time period. When you can go to that point of soul retrieval, you get to see in a mirror the part of yourself that you intended to be before you came here. And when you are in alignment with that, it doesn't matter how old you are. I know a gentleman that's 68 years old, and he's starting on his path. That's freaking cool. You can too. This is a time period that it's just about really listening, feeling. Shoot, maybe you're somewhere and all of a sudden you see all this corn. And what does corn mean to you? Some people might say Thanksgiving. I think of corn and out in the country. Giving it to, certain different animals. And, so I think of nature. And then all of a sudden I see, mountains, and I'm thinking about where I'm going to end up being. but I feel it so close. It used to not be this close, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get my stuff together. Because this is like us as partners, we're going to this next phase. So we need to start setting some goals for some savings and things like that, and what we're going to do. And then about having a small place here. So you get to this point where you're like, oh my gosh, I am ready to walk my path. And I have like been waiting for this time, and it's like, oh, I really have to move my house. Oh. Start now. Start getting things ready. But know that your spiritual pyramid has already been built for you. And you don't have to go to McDonald's or go to Sedona to be spiritual. You can sit at McDonald's and have a Big Mac. Everybody is spiritual. We're all the same. And with that, the weekly vibe is all about you. Honor you. And also thinking of your thoughts. If you're feeling that pressure, talk to somebody who can help you with this. Specifically say soul depression. It's so important because a lot of this is going to come to the surface. Get somebody that does soul retrieval. We have somebody at our store. I do the soul retrieval, and I also have somebody that does the Akashic Records. We also have somebody that is a counselor. So please go over to litetheway.com or find someone in your area. You are worth it. You are so worth it. I just wanted to say thank you for joining me this week, and I wanted to formally just thank this earth by giving it something natural back for letting me use this part, this sacred space. And this is something you can do. Native Americans would sometimes put tobacco down. Thank you. And thank you. 734-854-1514 or litetheway.com, or you can download my app, Kimmie Rose. Lots of peace to you. Have a good one. Talk to you next week. Peace.
It's just forming some chords and some walls. I'm static without the ends, and every breath of hers was a thorn in his eye, and every petal's blushing red. It's on my fingertips, and my electric